Do you have any ideas about how the Democrats can fight back against this? It seems to me like just outing the two Santa Claus theory is like the most important thing, which is why I wrote about it in my op-ed today, and I hope that people share it far and wide. And I hope that it can get through to some of the media, because the media is portraying this as a Biden crisis, not as a political con job, as a political setup. So question number one, how can the Democrats best deal with this? Question number two, will the death cult end? I mean, this is Kurt Bardella, who used to work for two different Republican lawmakers. He was a senior staffer for both of them. He now is a commentator who regularly pops up on like MSNBC. He noted that the GOP is shrinking in part because a lot of Republicans are just disgusted with Donald Trump and Trumpism and whatnot. But it's also shrinking because they are literally killing off their own voters. He said this on MSNBC over the weekend. He said, the party is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. We have a party that, number one, is giving instructions to their most ardent supporters that will kill them. If you believe this iteration of the Republican Party, it could cost you your life. Your leaders, governors like the one in Mississippi, what we've seen in Alabama, with more deaths in Alabama than actual births last year. If you believe in this party, it could cost you your life. He goes on to point out that, number two, if you're a woman, the Republican Party's got nothing for you. They don't believe that you should have control over your own body. And so the party's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And he said, this is what's going to happen to the Republican Party if they keep going down this path. So what happens? I mean, the Republican Party is all in on not getting vaccinated. What happens when there's a vaccine available for younger kids, 5 to 12? That's probably going to happen in the next week or two. And pretty much everybody in the country who is paying attention to the actual news or votes Democratic is vaccinated, and the blue states are doing just fine, thank you very much. In fact, they're starting to open back up. At the same time that red states, Washington State, which Washington and Oregon border Idaho, and Washington State is now saying to Idaho, we're not going to take your COVID patients anymore. Sorry, not going to take them. So what happens in America when we've got the red states, people are just dying in droves, and in the blue states, they're getting back to normal? Will the red states figure this out? Will Republicans figure this out? Will they turn on the Republican Party, or are they going to double down on death? I honestly don't know the answer. What do you think?